This video is for people who have signed up for the Berkshire Cycling Association's Fall Foliage Gravel Grinder that's going to be held October 5th, 2014, or people who are thinking about signing up. The ride starts at Canterbury Farm, and you're going to park over there to the right. There will be people there parking you. The farm is over to the left, and that's where the party will be. You're going to start by heading south on Breakneck Road, which is a gravel road, and about a half mile in you're going to come to Tyne Road, and you're going to take a right on Tyne Road, and you're going to start up a moderate climb, and hopefully that time of the year it'll be kind of cool, and this will help you get warmed up. After you get up to the top of Tyne and come back down, you're going to take a left on Plum, right there. Plum Road's a really cool road. It gets really narrow. As you're going down towards the bottom of Plum, you're going to come to a left that goes to a fishing camp right there, but you're going to go bear to the right along those guardrails. And then you're going to come to George Carter Road, and it's very limited sight, so please come to a stop and look both ways and then take that left. Then you're going to be going down past Jacob's Pillow. The road is paved from Jacob's Pillow on, and you're going to come to Route 20. Route 20, cars go 55 miles an hour or probably more, so be very careful. Come to a stop at this stop sign, look both ways, and the cars come around that corner that's straight ahead of me at a high rate of speed, so be careful. When it's clear, cross over. You're going to go up this road a little ways and take a right. So you're only on Route 20 for less than a tenth of a mile. And you're going to take this right, and we'll zip down to the end of this road. And at the end of this road, at the end of this fence, you're going to take another right. The course will be marked with lawn signs, like for political candidates, but they'll say Berkshire Cycling Association, and we'll have arrows on them. At the bottom of that road, you're going to be screaming down the hill and come to this stop sign. This is Route 8. You're only going to be on Route 8 for a very short period of time, but you need to stop here. You need to look both ways. And when traffic goes by, you can cross this road. Be very careful on those two crossings, Route 20 and Route 8. After that, you're going to take a right onto Ed Jones Road, go down, see a beautiful waterfall. The road's going to turn to dirt, and then you're going to have a pretty serious climb. Part of the climb is paved, then it's going to turn back to dirt and go downhill to this corner. And I'm going, there was the owl. Look for that owl on the corner. Then you're going to take that left to stay on Stebbins. You're going to be screaming down the hill and come to us just after that yield sign. There's a sharp right onto West Center Road. Over to the right there are some llamas. You're going to go by a couple really cool rocks, and then you're going to hit some downhills that you have to be careful on because there's been some traffic on there. There was no traffic on there the day I videoed this, but around this corner one time I ran into a car. And, you know, they take up pretty much the whole road, so you have to stay to the right. A little after this pond, you're going to climb a little bit, and then you're going to go down a very steep downhill, and you're going to be screaming down the hill, and you're going to come to a sharp left onto a paved road. You need to watch it here, and it gets bumpy. It wasn't so bumpy this time, but a lot of times there's stutter bumps on that downhill, and you just need to be careful and control your speed. Then you're going to come to Route 23. You're going to cross Route 23 and start up Town Hill, which is a pretty good climb. At the top of Town Hill, you'll come to Cronk Road. Cronk Road is one of my favorite roads on the whole ride. It's a beautiful dirt road with very few houses on it, and up at the 17-mile mark is where the first aid station is going to be, right here. You're not going to go through this. You're going to stop, get some water, get some food, and then continue on down this road. This road is predominantly downhill with some fast sections. Right here is a four-way intersection with no stop signs in either direction, so you should not blow through it like I just did, you should be very careful and look both ways before going through that intersection. Then you're going to go down past a nice little farm, and then you're going to come to a right-hand turn onto Sandusfield Road. You're only going to be on Sandusfield Road for a short time, less than a mile, and then you're going to take a left onto Wallace Hill Road. There's a big pothole over to the left there, so we'll swing wide and start down Wallace Hill Road. Wallace Hall Road is very rough, very loose. Be very careful. People ask me what kind of tires they should use, and I use 700 by 35 knobbyish cyclocross tires. Other people, at the bottom of this Wallace Hall Road gets very, very, very rough. All kinds of stutter bumps and ruts and stuff, and a very sharp right-hand corner. So control your speed down there. Here I'm coming up to the first shortcut there to the right. It's a very easy downhill. Back to the tires. I missed a few sections here, but now we're on Old North Road, and it turns into what I would call a Class 4 road in Vermont. It's not really maintained, and there's a grassy stretch down the middle. Very rough road. The middle is less rough than the edges, and so this is why I like big wide tires. We have had people do this ride on 700 by 28 road tires. I don't know how they do it, but they do. Most people like 700 by 32 file treads or 700 by 35 file treads, or one guy likes Jack Brown's, which are 700 by 33 and a third, smoothish tires. So then you're going to come out on New Marlborough Road, I think this is, and that right there is where the shortcut comes out. So the shortcut will come out and take a right over this bridge, and then you got a very short section of pavement up to a farm. I don't know why this girl's walking. It's only a 4% grade, and we are going to mark a lot of the course with the political lawn signs, but we're also going to spray paint the road. And what we'll do is a little before the turn, we will spray paint an arrow on the right-hand side of the road that says you're going to go left, you're going to go straight, you're going to go right. So you're going to go down this dirt road and come to Gould Farm eventually. At Gould Farm, you're going to take a right and go down to Route 23. Be very careful crossing Route 23. It's another high-speed kind of road with a fair amount of traffic. Probably will be quite a bit of traffic during the weekend of fall foliage. So you're going to go left and go a very short distance down just past these hay bales, which I don't know if they'll be there or not, but you're going to take a right and go up Fairview. Fairview is the first really big climb, and hopefully you will conserve your energy early in the ride so that you're not absolutely dead when it comes to the last half of the ride where it gets very hilly. So Fairview is dirt and quite a hill. I struggled up this one, as you can tell right here. Very steep, very long. So after you climb up Fairview, you're going to come to Beartown Mountain Road, and you're going to take a left onto Beartown Mountain Road. Fairview is all uphill. Beartown Mountain Road is all uphill. This guy's running up the hill, and he's doing the Hartford Marathon, and you know, look at that. He's got his head down, and he's bearing his way up the hill. So quite a bit of climbing here. Then you're going to come to a right that you're going to take onto Brace Road. Brace Road is another one of those kind of Class 4 roads. It starts out with a little bit of section that is muddy. It had rained the day before, but not a lot, so it wasn't that muddy, but just a tiny bit of mud, which is why I would really recommend a knobby tire or a file tread kind of pattern. If there are mud holes and if the water gets high enough that those tire tracks get filled, the center is actually the high point and a little smoother than the edges. It's only rough for a little, very short distance in the beginning, and then it smooths out quite a bit. But you got to be careful going down this hill. You can let it go and go very, very fast and get into trouble. So still climbing. Now I'm on the downhill section. There are these drainage things. Be going down, here it is. Boom! Big ditch. And so keep your weight back. There's going to be beautiful views of the valley. There's a ridge over there to your right. You're going to actually climb up a road called George Canyon Road to the top of that ridge. That's what I consider the second really tough climb. So Fairview Road and Beartown Mountain Road is kind of the first major climb, and then George Canyon Road is the next one. So a little after this beautiful house and the little stone wall, you're going to be coming down a very fast downhill with a sharp right, and right after this guardrail ends, you have to take a right. And now you're going to go down a road called Breakneck Road. Don't break your neck. This road is rough. It's loose, it's rough. Control your speed, be careful, just go slow. It's not worth getting hurt by screaming down this thing, because I can guarantee you will get creamed if you go really fast down this road. At the bottom of that road, you're going to start climbing back up and take a right on Tyringham Road. You'll go by Cantarella, which is like a gingerbread kind of house, which I don't show you in this video. It's pretty cool. There's some nice views off to the right. And then you're going to come to George Canyon Road. I hate this road. It is such a steep hill. It is dirt and it is tough. So starts off nice and mellow, goes by this beautiful farm, and then the agony starts. So people ask what they should use for gearing, and I really think a compact crank with at least a 34-28 is the minimum. But we have had people do it on a giant TCR road bike, race bike with pretty high gearing. But he was a very fit individual, and he was the one who did it on road bike tires with road bike gearing. So here, you're at the top of George Canyon, you're going to come to a split in the road. If you go to the right, you can take a shortcut that cuts out Schermerhorn Road, which is the next really hard road. And it's a beautiful road that way, and if you want to take it, it cuts out 8 miles and a really hard climb. But you are going to be on Route 20 for 4 miles if you go that way. Now, you're going to be coming down. If you go left, which is the way the regular course goes, the 53-mile route, you're going to be coming down a very fast hill, and you're going to take a right onto Silver Road. That last downhill is kind of bumpy. Now, at the end of Silver Hill, you're going to take a right onto Route 20, and you have to get over to the left-hand side of the road, and cars are going fast on Route 20. So you're only on this for a touch again, but get over to the left somehow, and then take this left. And this, unfortunately, I didn't video. I got distracted and quit videoing, but this goes through Lee, goes through several neighborhoods, and you just pretty much go straight down and then bear to the right up to October Mountain, follow signs to October Mountain. Then you'll be going down past to Woods Pond, and there's a sharp right there. And now the last serious climb comes. This is Schermerhorn Road, and it is pavement, but it's broken up pavement, so it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. It starts out with this nasty little uphill to get onto the pavement, and now you're going to be climbing for a good mile on pavement. It's broken pavement though, and
my GPS is saying 20.
It's very steep. I think it averages 13% grade maybe. This is where I really recommend the lowest gears you can possibly use. I have used my mountain bike on this course, and I've used my cyclocross bike on this course. And until I changed my cyclocross gearing to be a lot lower than what came on the bike, I could not do this any faster on my cyclocross bike than I could on my mountain bike. So this is definitely the hardest climb in the ride. It's 2.5 miles total of uphill. There is a little bit of downhill in that 2.5 miles, but not much. It's predominantly 1 mile of pavement, steep uphill, followed by another 1.5 miles of gravel dirt road that is also moderately steep, but nowhere near as steep as the paved part. So here is more of the paved part that's broken up, and you can ride along the edges. Just look for the smoother places. I did leaf blow, try to leaf blow all the rocks off. Several of them have come back, so with a recent rainstorm. So hopefully it won't be too bad for you. At the top of the pavement, you're going to go to the right of that gate up there, and then there's the last 1.5 miles of uphill. And then the rest of the ride is about 10 miles of fairly level and down all the way to the finish. So even if you're dead at the top of George Canyon, there's really only this one last climb up Schermerhorn that you have to worry about. So you're going to get a bumper sticker that says, "I climbed Schermerhorn Road,"
Okay, yeah.
and you're going to kick yourself if you go to the right at George Canyon,
Okay.
unless you're really, really, really tired. At the very top of Schermerhorn Road will be the last aid station, and there's a great view north in Berkshire County. It should look awesome with the fall foliage. And then you're going to continue on and come to something called Four Corners right here. You're going to take a right on Four Corners. You can go straight if you're really tired and don't want to do the last little bit, but the last little bit goes by a really cool reservoir. So I highly recommend you take the right and just enjoy this downhill. And you're going to come to a point where you're going to go, the road's going to kind of bear to the left, but you're going to bear to the right. So don't go left here, even though all the tire tracks go that way. Hopefully the bike tire tracks won't go that way. You're going to go right. You're going to go down this section, and you're going to go past all these rocks that are lining the road, and then you're going to take a left. And you're going to have to go through a gate. I cannot find a way around this gate that you can ride, so you're going to have to get off your bike, walk around the gate, and then you're going to be on a little rougher road, and you're going to take a left up a grassy knoll and go to a pond, and right along the edge of the pond. It's actually a reservoir. I forgot to say, this entire course takes me, it's 53 miles long, it takes me 5 hours and 45 minutes to complete it. That's my fastest time. I'm sure there are people who can do this ride in 4 hours, but that's not the point. You should be out there having fun, enjoying the scenery, and being very safe. At the end of the reservoir, you're going to enter a less well-maintained kind of road. It's easy riding, you just got to pick your way through the rocks. So I tried to ride under this gate, but I got stuck on my camelback, so you're going to have to get off and walk. It is easiest probably to push your bike through that little hole. Anyway, just after the gate, you're going to come to a left, and you're going to take that left and go up this hill. At the top of this hill, you're going to go through a gate that hopefully will be open and take a right. And this is back onto the road that, had you gone straight at the Four Corners, you'd be coming in from the left, but we're coming in from the right-hand side, and now it's pretty much all downhill back to Canterbury Farm. Be very careful. You are going to be screaming down through this intersection, and it says to yield. There was no traffic coming when I went through, so I just blew through it, but make sure you look to the right, look to the left, and yield to any traffic on that road. I'm going to go by a kind of cool little barn there, and then there's going to be more fast downhill on this So even if you're dead tired, the end is going to go by so fast because there's just a ton of downhill all the way back to Canterbury Farm with only one little climb up to the actual farm. So here you're going to come to a right, then you're going to come to another right. I usually cut this corner to the inside and avoid going out to Route 8. And then I take another right, and this brings you up to Canterbury Farm. Just one little short climb, and then you're back at the farm. And you'll probably go over to the right where your car's parked, change your clothes, and come over to the left where the party will be at the farm. I hope this helps you get an idea of what the course is like, what to use for gearing, and tires. So, hope to see you there Sunday, October 5th, 2014.